Push momentum. It says Dalton, Fields, and Foles were toxic in Chicago.
Dang, that's what they reporting? I could have missed it.
Is there a report?
I don't know.
Toxic about what?
I don't know.
To each other?
I don't know. It's Chicago though,
To
bro.
their
To the organization, like
other
I don't
teammates?
know. Yeah,
What?
I really don't know. I was like, is there a report on any of this? I mean, because Andy Dalton, or unless you're saying that all dudes maybe struggled in Chicago, so they just said it was toxic. Because Andy Dalton was a Pro Bowler prior.
Fields
to
had
there.
a toxic relationship with those two.
Oh.
QB room was effing toxic as hell.
Oh, where is these? Where
Nick Foles and Justin Fields reportedly hated each other. How did I miss this?
Yo, pop the article up, Deke. Pop it up, bro.
This is from CBS Sports.
Pop the article up, bro.
Yeah, Steelers QB Justin Fields had toxic
Let's
relationship
find out,
with
bro.
former Super Bowl MVP ex-teammate.
Huh.
So where's the Dalton part of this?
Yeah. Do tell. Share the
According to the
deets.
report, the relationship between Foles and Fields basically reached rock bottom after a situation where Foles was trying to teach something to Fields, only to turn around and realize that Fields wasn't paying attention to anything Foles was saying. According to the report, Foles and Fields could not stand each other.
I'm sorry.
Aren't these two God-fearing guys, too? Aren't these two Christian men here?
Hey, man, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this smoke, all right? Hey, I'm going to pray for you after I whoop on you, all right? Hey.
Lucas. I don't even know who Lucas is, but he's
Yo,
the one we're getting the quotes from. He says, we
Shout
thought
out.
having two vets with him would really help him with Andy and Nick, and that was not cohesive at all.
Hey. Respect.
The part you don't like about it is that there's a teachable moment in every point of practice. There's teachable moments in the building during the day, how you carry yourself as a quarterback. There's teachable moments at press conferences. There's teachable moments every snap on Sunday when you got two guys that have won as much as Nick and seen as much as Andy, and don't take that information in because you're a little standoffish and a little abrasive.
Yeah.
You're wasting that opportunity.
So, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
There's a
My
couple
bad.
more.
Yeah.
Now, this is an old quote. Fields was talking about Dalton. He says, he's always been great to me, always seen the bigger picture, not really getting that confusion. Just the situation we were in, not getting in the way with our relationship, always kept it cordial with me and was kind of a big brother to me. Okay, so, yeah, that's Fields talking about Dalton after the fact and how their relationship was. Huh. Who's saying this? Who is this Lucas guy?
Could be just like a regular beat reporter, kind of like whether it's a Dulag or a Kabali or any of the other guys. I like it though. I like it for a couple
Tyler
of reasons.
Dunn. This is actually from Tyler Dunn of Go Long. I don't know what that is.
Just beat reporter, like whatever their publication is. That's what that sounds like.
This information was shared by Josh Lucas in February, who happens to be the Bears' former director of player personnel. So I guess Josh Lucas
So he's like their
reported
Burt
it
Lawton
to
then, yeah.
Tyler Dunn.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it came from the organization then, is what that sounds like. Well,
Yeah.
is the dude still employed by them or?
Who happens to be the Bears' former
Oh.
director of player personnel.
So it happens to be the Bears' former. All right. So yeah, he doesn't work there.
Yeah, former.
Okay. But what I'll say is this, man. The reason why I said I was laughing, I like it. I get both sides of the fence, man. You play long enough, you see both sides of it. You can understand both sides of it, but it doesn't always end the best. And this could be part of it in terms of his Chicago stint. But what I mean is this, man. When you're a young player in this league, you hear all of the horror stories. Don't trust any vet because the vets look at you as competition. They will tell you the wrong thing, look you dead in your face, smile, and how you go out there and do something that's completely asinine looking. And then when the coach is upset and you're like, yo, and he's like, yo, who told you to do that? And you say that player did over there. That player's going to look at you and act like he don't know what you said. And that coach is going to look at you and say, you are responsible for yourself. Do not listen to anybody else that's out here. You need to be responsible because you're a professional. So when you hear that part of it does make you feel weird about vets. It makes you back and forth with the energy towards them. And I'm sure with Justin as a quarterback, I could only imagine how much heightened it is when you're the face of the franchise and everything that's going along with it. And you have a Super Bowl champ. Shout out to Nick Foles. And you have a proven quarterback in terms of Pro Bowler Andy Dalton, who we know might not be a great quarterback, but he's still a good quarterback in terms of the NFL standards. So for Justin, man, I could get the standoffish vibe. I could get him feeling like, bro, I'm not hearing anything you got to tell me. I'm here for me. I'm gonna figure this thing out. And if I don't, well, that's on me. But if I pass, I'm passing because of me. If I fail, I'm failing because of me. Not saying that that's the right mindset to have always, but I don't fault it. Now, if you're the vets, I could definitely understand Nick Foles being completely pissed off because you saying to yourself, bro, I done been places that you dreaming of going to.
And this is probably what the coaches are
Absolutely.
telling Foles and Dalton to do. It's
Absolutely.
Like, can you coach the young guy up?
Absolutely. So it's like I get their side. They're like, bro, if I'm going to spend my time to give you this experience that I've gotten that you can't get anywhere else without living it, it ain't a video that you can watch. It ain't a speech you can hear. Like, you got to actually go out there and do this. Like, yo, he's giving you those type of answers to the test type thing. And this is when we say pride and ego. You can't allow your pride and your ego to be so big that you won't allow yourself an opportunity to learn or the opportunity to get a nugget. And that's the fine balance that we always say as teammates. We're brothers, but we also are competitors. Because if you start over me, you're taking food off my family's plate. If I start over you, man, I got homies that I go visit them, and it's like, dang, bro, I know why your bag isn't as big, but what are we supposed to do? Me not play so you could play? Nah. So that's the fine balance that you kind of got to maneuver through and work through. And at times it works beautifully. And other times, yeah, you kind of get this stuff. The reason why I said I don't think it worked out, because if you notice, none of them three dudes are still in there, right? In terms of Phil's, he that got shipped off. Is Nick still playing? Is Nick retired right now?
He's probably available.
He's always available. Right?
I don't think he announced it.
Yeah. He's about to fall. He's about to fall. But that's the reason I was like, I just don't think it worked out. Because it's like, clearly, your play never
Foles
got...
was on the Colts most recently.
Where's Dalton at right now? I have to look up on him. He's another one that's going to be flashing around on somebody's number. He might be in New Orleans. He might be New Orleans.
He was there.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Nah.
Might still be there. You're right.
But
he was in Dallas for a minute.
Yeah, he like I said, he done bounced around some weird spots,
Chicago.
man. But that's the thing with Phil's. I'm just like, man, whatever that was, you just learn from it. You can't go back and change it. So these reports, okay, cool. If they accurate, great. If they're not accurate, okay, great. But the big thing is just learn from it. Now you're going to have another situation where you're competing with another individual where both of you guys are even more so in competition, because in Chicago it was never viewed as a competition. But this is going to be a little bit different. So can you still compete while allowing yourself the ability to learn from Russ? Because there are going to be things that Russ does in the meeting room, in the training room, on the practice field, where it's like, yo, Phils, you need to be watching every single thing that this man is doing.
Yeah, even if he doesn't flat out tell you.
Yeah, you need to be watching
Russ is the guy to learn
every single thing. Like, I get you not wanting to rock with Foles or not wanting to rock with Dawg. You might look at them as, these are my contemporaries. I'm nicer than them. But Russ has clearly, of all these dudes we named, Russ is on a shelf above all of that. And that's the part where I'm saying, yeah, I think that there shouldn't be this pissing contest of, oh, man, if I listen to Nick, does that mean he's a better player than me? If I listen to Dalton, does that mean he's a better player than me? Bro, take that pride, take that ego, throw it over there. Russ here now, man. Let's cook up together, because it's only going to help you. But if you come in here with this is tension or, hey, man, I'm standoffish, I don't need nothing from you.
That's just foolishness.
It's pride. But a lot of young players have that, bro.
I appreciate
young players have it, man.
I appreciate the pride or the belief in yourself, just in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could look at this report and say, okay, maybe he's coming to Pittsburgh. Maybe he's got that mentality coming to Pittsburgh that, oh, I could beat out Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you appreciate that.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
do. But you also shouldn't be so blind to help when it can catapult your career or really help your career, like having a Russ around in the QB room.
Yeah. Cause think Nick Foles, bro. You don't think there's nothing that he could have learned from Nick Foles? That's why I'm like, Phils, you can learn from Nick Foles. He did a postseason run where he went back to back, took care of business, and in the biggest game of his life, the biggest game that we all say as football players versus arguably the GOAT that everybody looks at, it's like, bro, you can learn from it, man. You could never be too big. You never are too grown to still be able to learn, man. And that's the part where you're just hoping that he's learned from that situation.
Even the best of the best, like Russ is a guy.
Everybody is trying to learn, bro.
You don't think he's able to stay humble and continue to learn and continue to work?
Come on, man.
He's not completely full of himself. You brought up Tom Brady. Like, yeah, obviously he was always working his ass off, working hard. Any of these dudes, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Big Ben, like these dudes stay at it.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I'm like, so regardless of how much energy we want to put in terms of the validity of it or not, I just think at the end of it, going forward, that's one of them things that, man, just say, work with this dude, man. He's going to help you more than he's going to hurt you. Promise you, man.
Yeah. And who knows how accurate this report is either. It's May 13th, and, you know, something's got to be out there getting clicks.
Mm-hmm. One of the things, too, is this. Any report like this is still going to be based off of emotion, off of perception. So it's not like a statistical number we could point at and say, oh, this is 100% what the case is. They could be beefing on Monday, be cool Friday, or it's a cordial relationship. It's like, it's just somebody's perception of it. But all I'm saying is, okay, if that's how you're perceiving it, even if it is this or it isn't this is still, you know, where you still could just grow from it, man.
Right. If it's true, if it's true, something to learn from because you're still young in your career. Yeah. If it's not true, don't worry about it.
Right. I'm like, it's not going to kill you. It's not an indictment on you.
Because you hear so many good reports out there on Justin Fields being a good teammate and a good leader. And I guess those reports really started to come out over the course of last year. And I don't think Foles was around or Dalton was around last year, where I think it became more of Fields' team. Mm-hmm. So, I guess you could take whatever report you want to look at and whatever side or whatever perspective you have, lean more one way or another. Yeah. But it seems like to me that people speak very highly of Fields, of being a teammate and a leader and being the Bears quarterback over the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. So I'll go more off that because if it really was a legit conversation in the front office of, all right, should we actually trade this number one pick and keep Fields for another year and try to build around him for the future? Like, I think that says something. Mm-hmm. And then you see a lot of the teammates sticking up for him, too, at the end of the season.
Yeah, very true.
Now, I still think they made the right decision. But just making it a conversation and having teammates stick up for you and wanting to keep you around as opposed to taking a quarterback, number one overall, I think that says something.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, bro. And that's the thing. It's like, both things can't be true in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
how you communicate. Like, they make it like it has to be one of the other.
Like, Dalton, was that Fields' rookie year?
Yeah, it's like that's a young version of Fields, bro. Years. Yeah. When you're young coming in this thing and you, like, your whole life you didn't have to overcome it, you like, bro, I'm nice. Hey, man, I didn't get here by listening to everybody, so I'm going to start now. So I get that, yeah. But growth and wisdom says don't repeat the same whatever it was. Because regardless of valid or not, we do know that it did not work out in Chicago to the way that the organization felt it should have, and probably to an extent how Fields thought it should have. So whatever you think went wrong, well, let's see, where can we pivot from that and make better choices here?